What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome to the Warframe video. So today we're going to go over a discussion video on Prime Access, and my thoughts on it currently and in the past. Like, basically how I'm feeling about Prime Access, some suggestions I have, and maybe they're not even good suggestions, but this is just how I kind of feel about Prime Access, and kind of like how I feel like they're dialing it in a little bit with this recent stuff. It looks great artistically, but gameplay feature-wise, I think they could definitely step it up a little bit and maybe increase the value so people like me that were never even considering buying Prime Access might give it a shot. So, before we get into it, make sure you check out that Twitch channel at twitch.tv/gaz_TTV if you have not already, and sub to this YouTube channel if you have not already as well, for lots of Warframe video uploads. Alright, so let's get into it. I'm going to throw some gameplay on the screen. Alright, so the general gist of what I want to talk about today, guys, is that Prime Access is extremely overpriced for what you get. There you go. Hot take right there. Let's take a quick look at the screenshot I grabbed from the website. So if you buy the cheapest, this is on PC by the way. On console, if you buy the Prime accessories, I think you get like 1,000 plat as well. So this is what it's like on PC. If you pay $50, you get an armor set, an ephemera that goes through your body way too much, and you get about I think that's like that's 1,200 plat worth of boosters for $50. And you don't get to pick the boosters. They used to be a credit and an affinity booster. Now it's a affinity booster and a resource booster. So, yeah, you don't get to pick the boosters. I think you should be able to pick the boosters, like, straight up. I should be able to pick which ones I want, because maybe I already have. Maybe I just bought a 30-day resource booster, and I'm like, oh, I want to get a blue booster, the resource chance booster instead. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm MR30 and don't need an affinity booster. I'll get just two of the resource boosters. You need to make this more appealing to people that I would never consider buying. I did consider buying it the other day, and I saw what the ephemera looked like, and I'm like, no, because I don't even get any plat for buying this. And you look at the other bundles. Look at how terrible value the Guandao Zocti bundle is. The Guandao is amazing. Like, I'm using it in the video footage right now. It's a great weapon. But it's also just a high stat polearm. It has nothing else going for it. 1 second more combo duration. Big freaking whoop. You know what's an actual exciting and cool prime weapon? The Piranha Prime. You know what the Piranha Prime does? The Piranha Prime is well, first off, it's just a good full auto, like, shotgun pistol all around. But if you get 3 kills with it in quick succession, you whip out a second Piranha Prime out of nowhere, and you start firing 2 Piranha Primes. That's a cool prime weapon right there. You know what's not a cool prime weapon? The Zocti Prime, which is just a stat upgrade. I don't like just stat upgrade Prime Access, which is what this one is, and that's what a lot of them have actually been. The Karist Prime and the Panthera Prime, like, I think they tried to, like, pass the Panthera Prime as having, like, bouncing saw blades or something like that, and all I was thinking was that the Panthera Prime is like, wait, the normal Panthera doesn't do that already? So, I really think they should be going down the route of more things like the Piranha Prime, where it's, like, an amazing, maybe not, like, top tier, like, the best functionality ever made, but it's an exciting thing to actually make you interested in farming these things, because, for example, I could really care less about the Zocti Prime. It still staggers you. It's still worse than the Kuva Nucor. It has delayed explosions still. Like, it literally does not interest me at all. But I'm going to get it just because I have a good Zocti ribbon. We'll talk about a ribbon slightly as well. They need to make these things more exciting, and neither of these things are exciting. I don't really expect them to make the frames more exciting just because it is literally just a reskin with some more armor and some more sprint speed. So I understand that not becoming like, oh, look, Anaros Prime's 1 now, like, removes enemy armor or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, new functionality of the abilities and things that open up interesting build possibilities and synergies. I also think the way they should be doing in the future, and actually they should just go back in time and do this, or not go back in time, go back and patch this onto all the other Prime weapons. The Prime weapons that come out with the Prime, like, so for example, the Zocti and the Guandao Prime, those should have special passives and abilities that they get when they're used with Nezha Prime. For example, with Anaros Prime, he should have special abilities or something like that, that while he's using the Panthera or the Karist Prime. We need Prime frame synergy with the weapons they're released with, because as it stands right now, it's just a stat upgrade, in my opinion. So here's some things I would do to make the Prime Access more appealing, and maybe just increase your profits a millionfold. I was never going to buy this, but hey, if you make it so I can get a 90-day resource, let me choose the boosters. You're going to let the boosters tick down while I'm sleeping and I'm not playing the game. So at least let me pick which ones I'm getting, you know what I mean? So do that. You know what I'm also thinking? Now, this is actually probably be pretty controversial opinion, and you guys definitely, if you don't agree with this, let me know. I think a lot of people won't agree with this, so I'm just going to say it anyway. I mean, you gotta think about the market we got in this game. You can buy weapons for money. You can buy resources for money. You can buy, like, doubling XP stuff for money. Why can't you just sell me an Umbra Forma in Prime Access every 3 months? Maybe make it where the $50 bundle gives you 1 Umbra Forma. The level 2, like the Neja and the weapons with the glyphs, that gives you 2 Umbra Forma. And then the high tier one gives you 3 Umbra Forma, with the accessories giving you no Umbra Forma. Maybe people will want to buy it more, but then again, the only way that you actually make that not like burning the players is if you make Umbra Forma farmable in game. It's not currently farmable in game, unless you are going to nitpick and say, well, every Nightwave you get 1. Well, we can't make Nightwave come here faster, can we? And they just extended the duration of the current Nightwave we're on, so you actually cannot farm Umbra Forma past the 1 that you get from Nightwave per 5 months, 6 months, however long. And if you hit MR30, now we have this new thing where if you hit MR30, you get 3 Umbra Forma. That's all you have access to right now. It used to be in Railjack, they removed it, because there was ways to get infinite Umbra Forma. Yeah, I'd say maybe make it where, like, it's not, and here's the thing, it's not essential to get Umbra Forma. It really isn't. It's not really pay to win. It just, they would need to make it farmable, I think, to go down that route. But that would make me think about buying it at least. I pay $50, I get the new weapons, I want to farm them, and I get an Umbra Forma, and 1050 plat, which is not nothing, of course. If I pay $140, the price of 2 new games, 2 new AAA games, or like 10 like indie games, I get some things I can easily farm, some glyphs that no one cares about, prime accessories that have varying quality, the boosters, and then 4,000 platinum. So I feel like just sweeten the deal a little bit more. It's already, like, you can't disagree it's overpriced. I mean, no one's really going to be buying. They put that $380 value thing on there. That's if you're not using a platinum discount, which on PC we have those. I know on console you guys don't have those. So on console, Prime Access, actually the plat value, I don't know what the plat values are on console, but that seems like it could be a decent deal on console. So what I'm saying is, like, I need them to change it to make it more interesting to me, and the ways you do that is you'd make more exciting Prime weapons, not just a stat bump like the Guandao Prime and the Zakti Prime are. Make them actually interesting, like like Piranha Prime. What else is interesting past? It's mostly Piranha Prime, to be honest. More stuff like that. Let me just search Prime on this. We've got the Ballistica Prime makes Ghost. That's pretty terrible, but at least they're trying. And let's look at some primaries here. Prime. Baza Prime. Okay, so most of the Prime primaries are terrible. Or not terrible, but have no actual excitement in them. Like, we're just looking at these, like, high stats, higher stats, higher stats. Nothing actually too interesting. At least the Zooj Prime had explosive bullets, right? But here's another thing as well. I'm going to quickly go about Riven. We're not going to talk about Rivens for too long. 0.5 Dispo Rivens off the bat is an insult to the player. It's like, oh, we just are too lazy to actually think of numbers right now. So here, have your 57% critical damage Guandao Riven. We'll think about making it not stupid garbage later in the future. But for now, yeah, just lazily shit out the 0.5 and deal with it. So I think they need to make those like neutral or 0.7 off the bat and actually just raise the minimum dispo from 0.5 to 0.7. I think that's a decent idea because like things like the Kuva Nucor, yeah, of course they should have low Rivens. They're the best secondaries in the game. But like, you know, like 0.5 it feels really, really bad. So that's some of my opinions. I think there's lots of things they could fix and they should fix, but they're not going to because actually, no, that's wrong. They would make money off of this if they made Prime Access more appealing, because I would actually consider buying it then. Make the Rivens not trash at launch. Make appealing Prime passives. Throw in some extra juice into that purchase, so it's actually kind of worth it to players like me. And think of some other things too. Let me pick the boosters, and then we're in a better place. I'm thinking about giving you $140 for some stuff that's easily farmable and some plat. So I'll talk to you guys next time. Hopefully you found this entertaining. I don't know, like it's what I've been thinking about, and it's really what I want to nail that down. It's like, if you don't like the way that the Prime accessories look, there's absolutely no reason to buy it. I mean, you don't get any plat on PC. Apparently on console it's $10 more expensive and you get 1,000 plat. So I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.